Adelaide's most exclusive hotel is ready for its first guests.
We feel very, very satisfied that we have reached the highest standard for hotel accommodation.
3 months after a leak from the Peppers Hotel triggered South Australia's circuit breaker lockdown, the 72 beds at the newly built Tom's Court Hotel will be reserved for anyone who tests positive for COVID-19. Initially, there'll be 1 guest per floor. The hotel has smart CCTV cameras to monitor movements and hospital-grade ventilation, just as authorities ring alarm bells over highly infectious virus variants.
So every room has to have a ventilation flow coming through, so even either a balcony or a window. And then you'll notice that every room also has a split system air conditioning unit. And some of the modifications we made here were around the flow and the ducting of the air conditioning unit. So it's really, there's no crossover at all between the air conditioning units of the different rooms. They each have their individual outflow, which is excellent.
The opposition maintains keeping positive cases within the CBD is a bad idea.
The whole idea of quarantine is that you keep a virus in that facility, and many hotels haven't been performing that function around the country now for some time. Despite that, of course, I hope that the Tom's Court facility doesn't suffer an outbreak.
The government says there are enough safeguards in place to keep Medi hotels in Adelaide's CBD. And unlike other Adelaide Medi hotels, Tom's Court will be entirely staffed by SA Health and SA Police rather than outsourcing to private companies. Even with the vaccine rollout, it won't be a short stay.
So this is an ongoing need. I expect that we'll be operating facilities of this nature well into next year.
South Australia today recorded no new cases. 3 active cases are set to remain at the Pullman.
2 of 3 of those active cases are variants of concern. So it's really important that we don't have an additional move for those individuals. And I can also say one of those cases will likely be cleared in the next day or so as well.
SA Health is still contacting people who may have been exposed at Melbourne Airport, among 25,000 people who recently arrived from Victoria.
We know there are approximately 135 people who flew in on that particular day from that terminal into South Australia, and our CDCB team have been individually contacting those people.
Anyone who tests positive will now know what to expect. Dana Morse, ABC News, Adelaide.